like the host introduced me, I'll be speaking on leveraging technology to unlock opportunities in agro-export and recycling. More like the two speakers have actually done justice to the topic already. We are talking about agriculture and what? And what? Thank you. I'm a teacher, so I will always ask questions. We are used to that. So the reality is this. Let me tell you something. You might think that why am I here? Why am I seated here? And everything. The convener had mentioned that by 2050 thereabouts, we'll be reaching 1.4 billion in Nigeria. Globally, in the world, will be 9 billion, in the world. But Nigeria, Africa alone, will be 1.4 what? Billion. Like myself and Honorable had discussed, sometimes earlier, that would be more like a doom if for now rate of unemployment in Nigeria is going to like 40-50%. Unemployment, right? Graduates everywhere, universities churning out graduates everywhere, almost every semester, maybe one polytechnic, maybe one university, maybe one college, and then we are still battling with unemployment. How much more when there's a population outburst? What will now happen? And the convener had carefully thought it through to say that what can actually employ people and they can start working from now, like now. He thought about what? Agriculture and what? Thank you very much. Agriculture and waste recycling. Like Pastor had said, he parks his car, pick bottles. I've worked in a recycling factory in Ikorodu before when I was starting life. Normal thing. They were paying us 250 naira per day. I worked there. Do you understand? No shame. He talked about it. Even the convener as well. Starting life, when you are ashamed, in the next few years, your colleagues will be ashamed of you. No jokes. Growing up then, when I was starting, people can see me and they will be like, I don't dress dirty, I always dress neat. Some will greet me, some will not. But now, I'm a lot better. I'm not comparing myself to anybody, all right? But now I can I play in agro sector by myself. The slides will soon come up. I process raw materials, anything byproducts, like he mentioned, even groundnut cake, into livestock feed. The cassava he talked about, I use it in my company in Ekpe. We make feed in Ekpe for livestock. And what we use are waste from JB cashew factory. JB is PKC. JB Babajebu's son. He makes palm kernel oil and different things. We buy his palm kernel cake to make feed. The same thing for Julius Berger cashew nut processing plant in Ekpe. We buy their waste. Not good for human consumption, but good for animals. We buy all these waste. Cassava peel meal. We use it as well to make feed for animals. So I'm now telling you that what can actually employ people from now. As we are seated there, you can go back home and begin to collect bottles or metal or scraps and begin to either sell or add value to it. Are we getting me now? That is why agriculture and waste recycling is a good topic of consideration for today's event. And I want to go back home with something you can do for yourself. When my slides come up, like he said, I will share as well. I gave us a task that we can go back home to. All right? And I want you to, as much as possible, start something today. How I thought about my business was, when I always go for lecture like this, animal science, BSc, animal science, MSc, and then PhD, International Agribusiness Management. I thought to myself, when people come for presentation like this, they will always say that, 70 to 80% of the cost of production of livestock goes to what? Thank you very much, ma'am. I will always hear this. If you go to anywhere today, animal science faculty, department, the first few minutes of anybody speaking will be 70 to 80% of the cost of production of livestock goes to feed. And I thought to myself, why not go and stay where the 70% will be coming to me every day? Am I making sense? I thought to myself that why can't I go and stay so that daily I can get 70 to 80% of someone's cost. And that's my testimony till we speak. My colleague is there. We are receiving orders. And there's a factory where all the people are there. They are working, milling for goats, milling for cattle, milling for sheep, milling for poultry. Are you getting what I'm saying now? We try to use byproducts. Like he said, waste is not waste until you call it so. We don't see them as waste. We valorize them. We add value. We treat. And then make it edible for animal consumption. With the knowledge that anything an animal consumes, we also as human beings do what? We consume it. So we try as much as possible to make it standard. We are NAFDAC approved, for 5 products. Just letting you know that sitting here is not for motivation. See the level of work he did, the level of work he has done, just 2 speakers, and then I'm here. So by the time you will have listened to all of us, you'll have listened to something you can just go back home, and rather than waiting for pocket money from someone, you can start generating revenue by your... Are we getting me? So now, because my slide is not on, I will try and speak, from top of my head. Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, the former Minister of Agriculture, former DG, for Africa Development Bank, 2 times, had mentioned that Nigerians export our raw materials. When we are doing that, we are exporting our jobs and we are importing poverty. We export our soybean. We export our maize to neighboring countries because our maize, they term it as even better than theirs. America and other Western countries now give us GMOs, and they take our organic products to make soybean oil and different things. My point is that as we are seated right now, we can begin to consider ideas of how we can add values, not just value, mind my statement, mind my words, values to anything. If you fly or probably on different airplanes or airlines, international airlines, when they hand you over cover, maybe all these are cover clothes, check. They will write on it, made from 24 recycled plastics. Are you getting me? Are you listening to me at all? When you fly, pay attention, international flights, the jacket that they will give you to cover yourself with your coat, go around it, you will see. The ones that have flown anyway, made from 28 recycled bottles. It's not secret. They are not keeping any secret from you. Go to, for this kind of pen, sometimes China will always label it made from recycled plastics. Even like he said, our pet bottles, the final destination is outside the country. We can as well by ourselves add values to these things. Like the last speaker had said, TikTok, Snap, which one again? Instagram has taken our time. Yaba Tech, growing up, I've never been to Yaba Tech. I of Polyed for accounting, Yaba Tech for anything craft. I think I remember someone from this school that actually won a award for using plastic bottles to design something. I remember that. I can't remember well, but I remember that happened from Yaba. I know Yaba Tech for creativity. Don't let it be lost overnight. Are you getting me? I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, you might think, why am I here? They are speaking too much language, too aflatoxins. I don't understand what it means. I'm now trying to drive it home and bring it closer to you. I used to know Yaba Tech for their creativity, for their designs, Canva, drawings, I know. So now, don't let Snap, Instagram. When Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, it was just to connect his friends, within his hostel, and now it's a multi-billion venture, yes or no? So what is stopping you consuming someone's product to create something for the world as well? Don't forget, we're talking about leveraging tech for agro and recycling. Like you had said in my slides, it's almost as if we copied our slides. I mean, it's almost the same thing. I will share my mind with you as well. Traceability. Nigerian cocoa and cashew sometimes, just like the groundnut, gets rejected at the port of receiving or the port of arrival because of EUDR compliance, because of aflatoxins levels, because of not knowing. So in Europe, which is the main destination, they always want to know where it's coming from. I have a picture on my phone. I went to Cotonou, Benin Republic, to actually do some research on chicken. And I scanned a carton, and the carton told me where it was produced, who produced it, and the batch number of that product from the farm. European Union want to know where it's coming from. They want to know whether you use child labor or no child labor. All these things are what you should know. Exporting raw materials is now more like we should put an end to what? Put an end to it. We should add value. People that pick PET bottles and different things, you know, in some cases, you know, they can bale, they can crush, and do different before they even send it out to the that way it command more value than actually selling for maybe 1,000 per whatever it is. Are you getting it? So as much as possible, let's be creative. When you are going to bed at night, what do you wake up with? What makes you, you know, have inspiration when you are sleeping? Are you getting what I'm saying? Before I go, you know the fight between Ghana jollof and Nigerian jollof, Abi? We all know, Abi. Yeah, the contention between. So now, that's just to say that we have cooked jollof so well that even the world recognizes what? Our jollof. When our president recently, in less than 1 month now, was in United Kingdom, they served Nigerian jollof at the place of reception. When we are traveling, I mean, back in the days, this wasn't fashionable, right? I mean, maybe some 5, 7, 10 years ago, you can't wear this. They will think you are mad. Abi? But now, made with ashoke, different creativities. That's what we call recycling. Rather than trash all those ashoke. I mean, the ones that grandfather, they are still there. You go and look for it in your wardrobe. Bring them out. Add value to it. We all know Nikkei Art Gallery, right? What she does, she collects art from different people that have used maybe cartons, that have used, what's it called, covers, different things to make paintings and creatives. She buys from them at a premium. People come and buy from her and she ships to different parts of the world. So my point is just that before I go, I have my slide that we share so that you can actually have, you know, a thorough understanding. Think about how you can use tech to trace, to add value, labeling, barcoding. All these things are what we can do. Nikkei Art Gallery, I grew up in Oshogbo, Osun State. She was a trekkable distance to my house, where she started from. But now she's been to almost every part of the world, I can assure you. We're just doing what? Tie and... These are courses in your school, I'm sure. I can bet that you are doing tie and that's a course. People that do it, after graduating, they go and look for a job in a bank, Abi. Start as contract staff, any 80K. Max 150K, Abi. Meanwhile, you can do tie and dye. All these wasted shirts that are dirty, palaro, sell it. It's a command premium. One of my lecturers, his daughter buys all these things from Nikkei Art Gallery and sells to the European Union. I mean, different countries. She makes, I think one piece is like $10. One piece, $10. That's 15K per one. My point is just that as much as possible, enough of, I mean, like I thought to myself, like, why go and apply for, I've never bet to apply for a job. I've worked in companies, mind you, they called me to come and consult. to come and help guide them on how to make things better. When I've been doing business from university days, after leaving uni, waiting for my service year, I was doing businesses. Afterwards, till now, the same business I registered in school is what I'm doing till now. No regret for one day. Are we getting me? So I want to leave you living here with the mindset of what can I start doing now. Lastly, while I drop the mic, I want to now add perspective of tech to agriculture. We used to know this song. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé wa, right? Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ jalè, a máa kọ́ sìn. Ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí ọkọ́ àbí àti àdá. A máa wá kọ́. What we are going to now sing it is the fact that we are going to change that ọkọ́ to tractor. All right? And the àdá to drones. Do we know drones? Flying drones. You can use a drone to irrigate 1 hectare under 1 hour. Meanwhile, you are doing manual back-breaking labor. It can take you 2 or 3 days for 1 hectare. But under 1 hour, you are done with using drone to irrigate your plot or your land. So don't forget, we are going to replace ọkọ́ with what? Tractor. Ada with what? Drones. Don't let us forget. Let us rise to do this together. Just 1 minute. Let's rise up to do this together. Let's rise up. Biological break. Let's stand up to sing together. Okay. So let's do it together. 3, 2, 1, go. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé wa. Ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ a máa jalè. Ìwé kíkọ́ láìsí tractor àti drones kò ì pé o. Put your hands together for yourself. Thank you very much, everyone. Put your hands together for yourself.